Now, is it fail-safe? No. If you have a highly customized web config, there are things that could possibly break. Okay? So in those cases, I would manually take a tool like WinMerge or some other diff tool and see what they've changed and manually move the stuff over so it doesn't break yours.
So if you just say you had an older version, you went ahead and you kind of already set it up.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you hadn't done really a whole lot just to it yet. Then, like you said, well, we go home and, oh, there's an upgrade.
Yeah.
So I go and do this upgrade. The passwords and everything that I've already set, even though I don't have anything just set just yet, but I've got some passwords set in, they'll be fine when I do the upgrade.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Now, one thing that you just mentioned, is like, oh, I'll go home and do the upgrade. Here's something that one of the, I think Chris Hammond, one of the core team members, he's not the inner core team, the outer core team, something that he was talking about. He says he often gets the question, when should I upgrade my .NetNuke site? And it is a very common question. And what he tells people is, don't upgrade unless you have to. Now, there is some truth to that, because unless you need a feature in there, or you think you're susceptible to security risks that maybe the security release just addressed, there's really no reason to upgrade. Now, if it is a security release, I would highly suggest it. Okay? So just because there's a new version, take a look at it real quick to see what's new in it. Now, that's one of the things though that I'm not happy with. That whenever it's a new version, you have to kind of dig in the forums or go dig through the code and find out what the new features are. Or go through Gemini and look at their changelog. It's not really highly advertised. Like, okay, this is what all this has. It's just here's the new version. Woo! Here. All right. Oh, yes to all. I should have looked over there. Real quick, and I should have left that unhighlighted. You would have noticed that the web config did not get overwritten. I want to make sure auto upgrade false. Okay, good. Okay, so I just dropped that onto my site. So I'm going to go visit it again. Right now I'm visiting it as if maybe I had a link or something. I'm an end user and I just came to go look at this particular website. All right. The upgrade's not, and you can see right here, the upgrade did not execute, okay, because I changed that web config value. This actually works off a template, so if you're using this for your website and you want to change the branding on here, there is a template in the installs directory to change like the logo and maybe even the style sheet if you want to look something specific, all right, and which I suggest doing. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to that, what I told you to, is the tilde install / install.aspx and mode equals upgrade. And there's not going to be any wizard here. It's going to be hopefully pretty simple. There we go. So this one didn't have a ton of upgrades in it. So as you can see, the list is kind of small, but once again, you're looking for red. If red happens, there's a problem and there's some further things you need to look into. So the upgrade's complete. Just upgraded .NetNuke. How many other open source projects or other web application software providers do you think have you worked with that does this? We just upgraded like that. So now I can click here to access my portal, or I can just go directly to it. Because some things have been put in there to refresh the cache, it's going to take a moment again to get to the home page, but it will come up. So that's the upgrade. Any questions about installing an upgrade before I take you through the menus real quick? I need to move on to the next session. Nothing? Wow. I'm that good. All right, so here's the web page. Nothing's broken. We installed .NetNuke. We found a business need to upgrade it. We upgraded it. Here we go. People are paying you, are happy, giving you little pats on the back, right? Giving you a plaque. Hey, we're not going to pay you more, but here's the plaque, right? Okay.
You get a plaque.
Cubic's coming launch.
So real quick, I'm not going to go through the different features, but I'm going to show you the difference between being an admin and a host, so I can get on to the next session. How many of you are staying for the next session? Not you? You are? Okay, cool. You're not staying, Dave?
No.
Damn. I mean, shoot. I just did what he did. All right. Oh, that's not me. I'm going to log in as a host. Actually, I'll log in as an admin first. That'd be better. That's interesting. A little message didn't pop up. I wonder if they removed that. Well, anyhow, what used to happen when you use the default admin or host, right below here would be a little message telling you, hey, you shouldn't use that because a lot of people know that there's a user account on .NET sites called admin or host. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So we're logged in. Lots of cool things have happened. Explaining all this is really outside the scope of what we're talking about. But you can see right here something new popped up called admin menu. All right. In here you can manage all kinds of things about your site. There's site settings, site-specific settings. That's where you can change your skins and your containers for your entire site. You can change the name of your site. You can change all kinds of things. If you're using a pay provider for maybe subscription services or stuff like that, it's in there. There's all kinds of stuff. Your portal alias, so what URL it responds to, you can change it in there. But I should mention that the portal alias, I think, is only manageable by a host. Which is confusing. So if you're a host and you want to change the portal alias for a portal, you have to go to that portal site's settings. You'll see why it's confusing in just a second. So you can see we can manage the pages, the security roles for this instance of the portal, user accounts, we can add and remove and manage users, vendors, so if you're doing banner advertising, the site log. It's useful, but the next version of .NET Nuke is going to open it up to where it's going to be even more useful because you're going to have people that are going to actually build a better reporting tool for the site log. But the site log will tell you things like which page is most popular on your site, who your site referrals are coming from, and all those type of things. Newsletters, so if you do bulk newsletter emailing. File manager, you can manage all your files on your site, whether you're putting them on there, moving them, changing different things. You can rename them in there. Permissions for the particular folders they're sitting in. Recycle bin, so when you delete a page or you delete a module off a page, you can go in there and restore it. All right, that's cool. Event viewer, all the errors and some informational logging information, I guess, is put into your event viewer. So if something happens on your site, you can go in there and check. The best thing is to go in there and check regularly, just to, even if nothing got reported to you through whatever mechanism that you may use, go in there and check and see if there's anything in there that's red. And go fix any exceptions that you might have, if you can.
As an admin, you wouldn't be able to do that. You'd only be able to view it, see it, and send it to your host, right?
Well, you can't fix anything through the admin. You'd have to. You can't see exceptions in here. Is that what you're saying?
No. If you saw an exception because you're an admin of the portal, only the host can make a module change.
Oh yeah. In there, you can also send exceptions to somebody if you needed to. So in his particular situation, you can say, "Oh, this module's broken," and send the exception to somebody. You'd have to check it first. All right. Other things in the admin menu, skins. We'll talk about that in a minute. Languages. So you can change if you already have an installed language pack and you don't like the terminology of something, you can go in there and change it. Okay, but that's something even though you're not technically changing the core there, you want to keep track of that because if the core releases another file for that language pack, it'll get overwritten. So you also want to document your changes to your languages. We'll leave the rest of it alone. You can change your authentication provider though down here in the admin menu. Okay, good site. So real quick, let's go back to our slideshow. Okay, click. There we go. So, suggested upgrade path, somebody asked about that. Here's where you go to get to it, blog.strohlsitedesign.com/dnnupgradepath.aspx. Now, you were the one to mention that there's only one web page on the site, is default.aspx. That's something we can do with the friendly URL rewriter. That's built into .NET Nuke. There's other tools out there that make that even easier and more SEO friendly and stuff like that, but I did use the default DNN provider to do that. Okay. Anybody still copying that down?
Yeah.
Okay. It's pretty self-explanatory to get there, but basically it'll give you, okay, if you're on this version, you can go to this version. And so it goes all the way to the path to where we currently are at. All right. And, we just did the upgrading presentation. And some additional resources. Orlando.netnukeug.net. We're here representing the Orlando.NET Nuke user group. If you are from the Orlando or Central Florida area, we'd love to see you come to our meetings. Our next one's in September. You can get additional details on our website.